Hey everyone, this is Night Flame, and today I'm going to be giving you a comic book haul. This is for the week of June 17th. Yeah, I couldn't give you guys a comic book haul last week. I was really excited to because I wanted to show the blind bags for Mask. I only got one, but I couldn't wait to open it, so I opened it off camera, and to my bad luck, it was a repetitive. I don't have the other one with me, but I do have the repetitive copy here. So I actually ordered this ahead because I really wanted the J. Scott Campbell. And to my luck, I got the J. Scott Campbell cover in the blind bag. So unfortunately, it was a duplicate, and me being a dummy, I didn't learn my lesson. And this week, I got three more, which, to be fair, I ordered this last week. They just got here this week. So I didn't open it. I just tore it open so we can pull it on camera. And I feel like this should be the first thing we open on this comic book haul. And then at the end, we can run through this week's comics. So fingers crossed. And to have my lucky charm here, I bought one of my like biggest pulls ever from a blind bag. Like this is the only reason why I keep buying blind bags, because let me tell you, there is hope. Like if you keep buying it, one day maybe you'll hit big. And this is what I previously got. I got this one as part of the Daredevil one. I have to give it a new bag. It looks like it's breaking here in the bottom, but yeah, this is awesome. Like you can see it right here, super awesome cover. This is by Greg Land, a sketch cover of Bullseye. So I have to frame it. I don't know if I'm gonna get it CGC graded or something, but I definitely it's gonna go up in a frame, and it's never really been my personal collection ever. So that's my lucky charm. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we pull big. Let's start off. So this is the first one, and let's see. I think I'm gonna just pull it straight ahead. Okay, this is the regular cover. I think. Yeah, it's the wraparound. So we got cover A. I don't think there's anything special about this one. Yeah, strictly just cover A. So I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. I don't have cover A, so at least it's not a repetitive. So hopefully we don't get either cover A or the J. Scott Campbell one. I'm gonna be pissed if I get cover A again. this is a joke. I'm being so serious. They played in my face. And I heard that for the mask blind bags or whatever, I heard they weren't scrambled. So a lot of people who bought multiple ones from like a specific place, they ended up getting the same one. So yeah, disappointed, but I should have known better. I definitely should have known better. And last but not least, not too hopeful, but maybe we can be different. It's a different one. Okay. This one is the Cedric Poulade, which is cover C. I really was hoping for like the John Boy Mayers one or the Daniel Warren Johnson one, but at least this is a different one. So yeah, not too excited. I was hoping for like either Daniel Warren Johnson, John Boy Mayers. I really wanted the ROM one shot, and I also really wanted issue number two. But to be giving you like a strictly like quick review about this issue, this was actually really good. I actually enjoyed it. I wasn't a huge fan of the Free Comic Book Day teaser of the series, but issue number one was actually really, really good. So excited for what's to come on that. Now let's quickly run through some hardcovers I got real quick. I ordered these like 2 weeks ago as well, but just got in this week. Volume 2 of Absolute Batman. This is the Bane arc. Excited to read this one because this is the one where he fights Bane. It was like the first big story arc of Absolute Batman, and I already have a Volume 1, so I can't wait to read these back to back. It feels like a while since I read these first issues, so it would be refreshing to get some of them back again and like reread through them. Same thing with Absolute Superman issue number 2. I'm sorry, volume number 2. This one is his fight against Ra's al Ghul, so super dope story. If you haven't read it, definitely pick up this hardcover. And then I actually got Batman Volume 1 by Matt Fraction. I was intending to take this to a signing because Matt Fraction was here nearby, but I couldn't get to it, and I'll see him later down the road at a convention or something. But super cool. Love this series. This is one of like the best ongoing series in DC and Marvel right now, like main 616 and main DC universe. Okay, cool. So we got through there. Now let me run through the comic books that I got from my comic book store. So I went ahead and visited them on Wednesday and got what I was missing from my order. Something is Killing the Children, issue 48. Super, super dope series. I'm actually caught up with it now, and I read this already. Can't wait to give you my thoughts on that. Unfortunately for this one, it is taking quite a while for the issues to come out, and I think issue 49 will come out either July or August, and then issue 50 in October. And issue 50 is going to be a blind bag, so we'll see. We'll see how many I get. And then next is the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 31. I didn't get the regular cover. I got this variant showing the Vulture. I don't know if this is the new Vulture that they've been teasing. But yeah, this one is a big issue as well. We finally get to know about this person who's claiming to be Aunt May and Uncle Ben's son. So we'll see. And then last but not least, I got cover A for Absolute Batman. This one showcases Two-Face. And yeah, I have my thoughts on this issue as well. Can't wait to discuss this one with you. But I have a lot of variants here, so don't worry. We'll talk a little bit further about it. So this is this week's shipment. It's always so hard to open. But that's good. That means, it's protected. Because if it was easy to tear through, then it wouldn't be that much protection, would it? Okay. So taking off the protection cardboards, as you can see, a thick pile today. A lot of good books. Let's get through them. To start off, this is Batwoman issue number 4. This is the David Tolosky variant. Excited to read this. It's been fun. I've been meaning to get caught up on Batwoman because I do have the compact edition of the Greg Rucka run, of the first volume. So I intend on reading that, but last issue was good. I feel like I'm getting the gist of the story, so we'll continue it. Hopefully this is good. This has been threading lightly with me because if it falls down, or if there's an issue where I'm not feeling it, I might end up dropping that. But this is written by Greg Rucka with art by Danny. Okay. Next is an Absolute Batman variant. This one's done by Do Monk. Cool variant here. I love collecting all these variants just because it's a different artist's rendition of how they would draw Absolute Batman. And Do Monk was big in the 2010s when he would be doing a lot of ongoing work for DC. So excited to have this in my collection. I like this cover. And then I'm excited for this one. Issue number 1 was actually really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it really hooked me, and I wasn't expecting much from it. Hopefully issue number 2 is the same, but I'm excited. This is Of the Earth, written by Chris Condon with art by Charlie Adler, the legendary Charlie Adler, who did Walking Dead once upon a time. Next is Super Creepshow, issue number 4. This has been fun. It hasn't been anything crazy. I don't know if I've been reviewing this or if you caught my reviews on this. It's an anthology book, and it is essentially kind of like a spin-off from Creepshow, and Creepshow is an anthology that's released during Halloween, and it tells different horror stories. What makes this super is the fact that it intertwines superhero tropes with these horror stories. So last issue was a little too out there for me, but the first 2 issues were good. So hopefully this one is good. Different creators take on this issue. It looks like here we have Sam Humphries and Sean Isaacs, and then Langsing and Kelly and Matteo Loli. So we'll see what they do. Creative team-wise, don't know what to expect, but we'll give it a shot. Unfortunately, it's been either very hit or miss with these issues for Super Creepshow. Okay, next is G.I. Joe, issue number 23. This is the Joshua Cassara variant. We continue this story arc where I think it's the Baroness, Destro, I forgot who else. They end up going into the side mission, and the person who's in the head of the G.I. Joes, he's actually impersonating that person. It's not who they think they are, right? And he's kind of trying to destroy the G.I. Joe from within, and right now he has them scattered, so they end up being separated. And I think he's going to test all of them while they're scattered. But it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. I'm not too familiar with G.I. Joe. I didn't even catch the live action movies when they came out when I was a kid. I just wasn't interested. I remember having the action figures when I was a little kid, right? Snake Eyes and the other White Ninja, but I never really saw the show or any of the TV show or the movies to really understand who these characters are. So this series has been teaching me a lot. I'm still catching on to the names. I know Destro, I know Baroness, I know Cobra Commander, all of that. But yeah, it's been fun. So definitely give this a shot. If you feel like you're never going to get into it because you've never seen anything, trust me, it's worth it. Joshua Williamson, who's the writer, he does a really great job with introducing these characters to an audience of people who might never have met them. So, been fun. And that's issue number 23. Next is If Destruction Be Our Lot, issue number 2. This is the Cliff Chiang variant. I'm super, super excited for this because issue number 1 to me didn't feel new because I had read the Ashcan a couple months ago. So issue number 1 was a run through, a review again. So this is actually new material that I can get into, and I love issue number 1. Matthew Rosenberg and Mark Rosenberg are co-writing this with art by Andy McDonald. Super excited to see what happens in this issue, but it's been a mystery. It's about robots who live into the dystopian land, and they don't have any humans anymore. And the big mystery is what happened to the humans, right? And these robots are kind of encapsulated in this like dome, and they can't get out of it. So Abraham Lincoln, he's the only one that kind of has like an idea of like, well, I'm really curious to see what's out there. In last issue, he was able to get out there for a little bit, and spot a human. So now the mystery is like, are there humans? Like, what happened to them? So it's been super cool. I've been enjoying this. Definitely give this a shot if you haven't. It's only issue number 2, so you have time to catch up. Next is The Flash, issue number 16, incredible Torrin Clark variant. This is written by Jeff Lemire with art by Nick Robles. Oh, no, Haining is doing guest art here. Yeah, this has been fun as well. It's starting to pick up, like maybe 5 issues ago, it started picking up a lot. I've been enjoying this. I'm excited to see what happens here. There's not really much to discuss. He's still kind of getting into his own. We're still kind of like building the supporting cast. We have, is it Iris? It's not Iris, right? It's Wally's love interest. Linda? I think it might be Linda. Linda showed up like a couple of issues ago, and she's been kind of like a supporting character for him. We're building the people around him, and it's been fun so far. So I've been enjoying this. And that's Absolute Flash, issue number 16. Next is Uncanny X-Men, issue number 30. This is written by Gail Simone. I believe the art on this one is a guest artist. It's not Luciano Vecchio, who's the usual artist, and it's not David Marquez. I don't know what happened to David Marquez. I don't know if he's coming back to this book. Even in the September solicitations, I noticed that David Marquez wasn't listed as the artist in this book, so I feel like he might not be in it. I believe the artist here is Roge Antonio, who has done that Cyclops miniseries recently. Let me see. I feel like, yeah, it's Roge Antonio. So you'll see some good art. I feel like I really enjoyed Roge Antonio's art in the Cyclops miniseries. So we'll see what happens here. I believe this is that story arc with the aliens where we see Rogue getting kidnapped in the main cover. I got the variant, so we can't really see what's like gonna be about because this is just a variant cover, but excited. It's been good. It's been actually picking up. I believe last issue I actually really enjoyed, so hopefully this one is as good as last issue. Alright, next, it's Catwoman, issue number 88. I think we might get a Batman appearance here. We shall see. I feel like all the other covers also were hinting at Batman, so hopefully that happens. It's been a while since we've seen them interact. We had that little face down that they had in the last issue of Batman, I believe, where they just saw each other, they didn't say a word. But Selina is going to get pulled into his universe and Batman's problems because the September issue has her tying into that Bat Seeds event. So we'll see what happens here, but this has been solid so far. This is the type of book where every single month I'm ordering, I'm like, why am I ordering it? You know, it doesn't leave an impact on me like that, which is not good, but at the same time, whenever I read it each month, I'm like, wow, this was a good issue. So maybe it doesn't have longevity in my brain, and that's because I read so much, but it's actually really good. So don't let it fool you. Unfortunately, it is higher up in the numbers. It's 88, so people get scared and say, oh, I have to read like 87 issues, right? I don't think so. Just start reading it from when Goran Grombeck started writing it, and then take it from there, because she started writing it, I think, like 20 issues ago, so not much to catch up on. And it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. It's really building Selina and introducing her to people who probably never read her before. And I feel like that's been the problem with the Catwoman series for me. It always felt like a continuation from something else. But I've been enjoying it. So, yeah, definitely a fun series. David Jean Felice does the art on this issue. Cool. Next is Batman and Superman World's Finest, issue number 52. We continue this story arc where they traveled to something similar to the Savage Land. The art in this is incredible. Adrian Gutierrez does the art. Mark Waid is the writer for this. It's been fun. This is out of continuity. It's kind of doing its own thing, but it's been like just fun stories here and there. We have like different team ups happen. The last couple of issues had Robin team up with Supergirl, and then we had like Joker like merging with Lex Luthor in like 10 issues ago. So it's a fun series, very out there, but it's a good break from a lot of the serious stuff we read in comics from like the ongoings that we have. So yeah, definitely if you want something fun that doesn't take itself too serious, read World's Finest, and this is issue 52. Next is Spider-Man Long Way Home, issue number 1. This is a beautiful Mark Brooks variant that you can see here. Don't know what to expect from this one, to be honest. I haven't heard much besides that it's written by Jonathan Hickman and art by Andy Kubert, or Adam Kubert, one of the Kuberts. Yeah, I haven't heard much from it. Not even people were speaking about it. So it scares me a little because a lot of the time, Jonathan Hickman has like a huge fan base and people always speak about his work, but it's been very quiet about this. So I'm a little scared. Hopefully it's good. It's only 3 issues, and yeah, it's not like a long miniseries or anything. The only reason why I feel like they're releasing this and you're going to be seeing a lot of Spider-Man content is because it's Spider-Man's movie next month, right? So they're really ramping up on the Spider-Man content. So hopefully this doesn't feel like a cash grab and it's just them throwing Spider-Man, for whatever reason, and we actually get a good story out of this. But I'm a little scared, so we'll see. And this is Spider-Man Long Way Home, issue number 1. Next, we have Deathstroke the Terminator, issue number 4. This is a beautiful David Aja variant that we see here. Yeah, this has been really fun. Don't read the solicitations for September for this issue or for this series because there's a lot of spoilers ahead. I don't know what gets revealed in this specific issue, but the September solicitation really just spoils like the first volume at least of the series. But yeah, regardless of that, it's been fun. The art by Carmine Di Giandomenico is beautiful. It looks like he's in this issue again, so thumbs up on that. And Tony Felix has been writing a very interesting story. There's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of intrigue. We don't know what's going on right now. We just know that Slade is broke. We know that Wintergreen is dead, but we don't know who killed them except that it could have been Slade. So definitely an interesting series. I've been enjoying it. And this is Deathstroke the Terminator, issue number 4. Excited for this one. It feels like a while since we got last issue as well. And that's Absolute Green Arrow, issue number 2. We get more answers here because a lot of mystery was laid down in issue number 1. We got a lot of introductions to Dinah, to Mia, to Roy, I believe. Solomon Grundy's coming soon. So it's been really fun. Hector Hammond, who appeared initially in Absolute Green Lantern, he's playing a really big part here. And we'll see what happens in this issue. So I'm really, really excited. Pornsak, Pichet Shot is the writer, and then Rafael Albuquerque is the artist. So been enjoying that. Next is Lobo, issue number 4. And while, clearly Marvel is advertising Spider-Man, DC is advertising Supergirl because her movie's coming out later this month and Lobo is showing up on it. So they really had to get this out there, and I believe it makes sense. I mean, the Lobo series right now has been like a bunch of one-shot stories, if I'm being quite honest, and that's not a bad thing. I feel like it really works well with this version of Lobo that they're trying to tell. When he saw Aquaman and we had his little interaction with Aquaman back in issue number 2, it was super fun. So I'm hoping the same thing happens with this issue where we see him coming face to face with Supergirl. So I'm excited. It should be fun. It's Lobo, issue number 4. Next, we continue with the stars of the summer movies, and this is The Punisher, issue number 5. This is written by Benjamin Percy with art by Suarez, Davila, and Jr. It looks like there's a lot of artists in this issue, which worries me a little. We'll see what happens. It's been an interesting story so far. The Punisher initially, he was not able to kill because he had this chip installed in his brain that happened during the Rat Band series. And he could not, do his job, right? So he ended up getting that microchip removed. I think it was like 2 issues ago, and last issue now he's like back to being himself. So he's coming across, I believe his name is Jigsaw, and Jigsaw is this villain who is someone that like literally takes people's faces and puts it on, and he's trying to build his criminal underground and his criminal, what would I call it, like his kingdom, I guess, now that Tombstone is in prison. So we'll see what happens. It's been fun. And that's The Punisher, issue number 5. Next is X-Men United. I love these variant covers, but it has no numbering. I believe it's issue number 4. This is the variant that shows the Stormbreaker artist doing soccer variants in honor of the World Cup. This one features the Phoenix scoring a goal. This series is written by Eve Ewing with art by Tiago Palma, I believe is his name. Um, it's been okay. I haven't been enjoying it that much, to be honest, and it looks like the crowd hasn't been loving it either. It has been confirmed that this is going to end with issue number 10. So, unfortunately, if you've been enjoying it, only a couple more issues left before the series ends. And I don't even know what the whole point of the series is, to be honest. No other series in the X-Men universe, like Uncanny X-Men or the main X-Men series, has even talked about this, like, Gray Matter Lane, right? Whatever Emma created. Nobody's addressing it. So, like, what does that mean? It's a little interesting that this is not having an impact across the X-Men universes. It's very self-contained, and that sucks because it's such an interesting idea that I believe they're not playing with enough. I haven't been liking the characterization that we've been seeing for some of the characters in this series. There's a clear agenda as to, like, who they want to push and who they want to, like, diminish, I guess. And I'm a huge Cyclops fan, so issue number 1 for me was his humiliation ritual, what he always goes through, because he's always the character that they use to kind of foil the mutants trying to grow, right? Like, they always paint him out to be kind of like this villain to the mutants sometimes, and it sucks, but it's been his trope ever since he killed Xavier back in Avengers vs. X-Men. So I don't know, people gotta move on. They gotta move on because he's the leader that they need. But that's just me being biased. But anyways, enough about that. That's X-Men United issue number 4. We'll see what happens. Iceman shows up in this issue, and I'm a huge Iceman fan, so I might like it. Next is Superman Unlimited issue number 14. We continue on this story arc with younger John coming to the main timeline, and older John trying to take care of him and seeing what's up. I feel like this issue or this story arc has been so out there. I'm still trying to understand what's happening. Like, people are acting like it's okay that the kid is here. Even Lois is acting like this is her son when, like, Lois knows that John is her son. So that's the point where I'm confused. Like, why are people acting like this isn't strange, right? He is time displaced, clearly, but nobody's really saying anything. And I think it's to protect him because he's innocent and a kid. And that's why John is now donning this, like, Man of Tomorrow suit and covering his face. But I don't know. It's really strange. I'm not a huge fan of the suit. I might like it if they actually show his face. Right now, he kind of looks like Firestorm, at least in the face part of it. But yeah, it's been fun. I mean, nothing crazy. I do love John as a character, so that's the only reason why I'm sticking around and reading this series. And I will have to keep going because it's tying into that Kingdom of Zod story arc coming in the summer. But it hasn't been my favorite Superman series for sure. So this is Superman Unlimited, issue number 14, written by Dan Slott with art by Lucas Meyer. Yeah. A couple more Absolute Batman variants. Let me just get through all of them so that way we can just discuss the other books. This is issue number 21. Again, David Nakayama, and then this is Nick Dragata. So cool. And this David Nakayama one is a connecting cover that connects to Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Superman. Okay, last couple of issues here. Next is Nightwing issue number 139, written by Dan Waters with art by Dennis Cohen. We continue the horror stories that have happening to Bloodhaven ever since that superhighway has been installed. Nightwing is trying to just figure out what's happening with the city as lore is being uncovered each and every issue that we get. Last issue we had Starfire drop by. This issue we'll see what happens, but it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. It's really painting Bloodhaven to me as a person who doesn't know much about it, and I think it's also expanding the lore of that city. So unfortunately it has to be to through the pain of Nightwing because he's been like put through it in the last couple of issues, so we'll see what happens here. He also was caught up in this like accident that he caused, not on purpose. He was like, I guess he was giving a ride to this witch who he knew was responsible for the murders of a couple of people, and she like stabs him in the neck, I think, at one point, and he ends up like causing this huge accident. So he has that in the back of his head, and the people are trying to bring him down because of that. Like, they want him to be responsible and go to jail. So we'll see. He might end up in the same prison as Batgirl, so we never know. That's Nightwing, issue number 139. Next is New Titans, issue number 36, written by Tate Bromble with art by Marcus Toe. Marcus Toe is the guest artist because the main artist for this is Sammy Basri. This has been fun as well. The last couple of issues we're dealing with Nightwing and Cyborg after DCKO, and it was like a good commentary on like how Teen Titans and Titans series have been very repetitive. Like it pushes I was gonna say Cyclops, Cyborg, Nightwing down, and it diminishes them as characters, and it never lets them move on because they always have to live up to like this Titan's name, and never like they're never not talked about when they're discussing that, right? All the story arcs, even though they've been growing up, have felt the same. And the first couple of issues of Tape Rumble, it was like a commentary on that everything felt very repetitive for them. So now we're launching a new lineup of characters. As you can see here, it's going to be Spoiler, Yara, John, and I don't know who the other two are. I think they call him Kid Demon. But it's going to be interesting, right? New team, which I enjoy, but at the same time, it's a little familiar because they have two mentors that we know, and that's Cyborg and Nightwing, and also Terra is sticking around. So completely new team, new dynamic. This is the first issue where we'll see them talk to each other and kind of like see their character. So I'm excited to see that because the last couple of issues have been like super fast, all action. And this is New Titans issue number 36. Next is Odin, issue number 2. This is co-written by Margaret Bennett and James Tynion. I don't know who the artist is. It doesn't have it in the cover. Last issue was insane. It was crazy how it ended. Initially, I wasn't digging it. I didn't like the characters, and I felt like nobody was likable in the cast. But when the big mystery happened at the end, I was like, yeah, I'm on board now, because now I want to see what's going to happen to these characters. Are they going to lose their mind? Are they going to start turning on each other? It's very like psychological horror in a way, but at the same time, the art is great, specifically last issue, because they were hallucinating a lot, and it really worked. So excited to see what issue 2 has in store for us, and this is Odin, number 2. Last 2 issues, it's Magic and Colossus, issue number 5. This is written by Ashley Allen with art by German Peralta. Excited for this as well. We'll see how this ends. Last couple of issues haven't been that great. I enjoy seeing Colossus and I enjoy seeing Magic because they're 2 of my favorite X-Men as well. But I feel like for this series, we've been teetering back and forth between them fighting, making up, fighting, making up, and it doesn't make sense. Like, either fix it or don't fix it and have them make up at the end. But the constant bickering, like, I get it. It happens with siblings all the time, but it just doesn't come well across in comics, right? It just seems like they are constantly fighting, and if you're doing a mini series of 5 issues, get that fixed, right? Get that fixed. So we'll see what happens. I can never complain about having X-Men series, but unfortunately this one hasn't been doing anything crazy. It hasn't been reinventing the wheel. So that is Magic and Colossus, issue number 5. Last but not least, it is Battle Beast, issue number 10. I'm excited for this one. It looks like my cover got a little bent, but that's okay. This cover is done by Joshua Cassara, and this is Conquest making his appearance, and we're going to see him potentially battle Beast. So if you're an Invincible fan and you've been waiting for some of the other Invincible characters to show up, we finally get Conquest here, so we'll see what happens. And that's Battle Beast, issue number 10. Alright, well, that is all the issues I have for this week. Let me know what you're excited about. I'm going to go ahead and start reading some of them. As you see, I have a huge pile to get through. I don't know if I'm going to do a review. I'm still trying to figure out how that's going to look like. When I film the videos, it always is like an hour and 30 minutes. And I don't know if people like that long form type of content. So I'm really trying to make it smaller because people digest content in smaller forms. So we'll see. It's still TBD, but I love doing the comic book calls. I think it's fun to show off what I got and talk about it. So definitely let me know what you're excited for this week, and I will catch you on the next one.